Congratulations for the first season. The writing was absolutely genius. I got hip to the show through another friend who told me about these one-liners that were taking place. I mean, I would imagine that the writing room is just insane with laughter at all times when you guys are creating the content for this show.
Well, what's unique about this show, this season, first season, was there wasn't really a writing room per se. You know, it was such a small project and low budget that it was just a few friends of mine and me, and we only met for a few days, so it was mostly writing on our own. But when we were together, what was unique was there was no limitations on the kind of jokes we could do, you know. Being at IFC and just being the kind of show it was, most of my writer friends who'd worked on other shows were just surprised that there were no limitations. So we can say that, we can do that, he can do that much drugs, you know, he can have that much sex.
There's a lot of drugs.
Yeah, and there weren't any. IFC didn't put any, and so sort of figuring out where the boundaries were for the show was fun. Was definitely fun.
What was your favorite episode?
I think the 107, which was sort of Brockmire meeting all the sportscasters that he used to be friends with, and we had a bunch of cameos, and Joe Buck gave one of my favorite comedic performances of the whole season as himself, and it was just fantastic. And it sort of was my favorite part about the show is that mixture of the love of baseball, baseball history, and the Brockmire character's self-reflection and self-destruction, and so that one had all of it together. So I really like that one a lot.
And I know we just obviously had the season finale recently, and left us a lot on our seats on like what's going to happen with the next season. Where will we see the relationship of Hank and Jules go? And actually, we also saw, you know, Charles jump in the car with Hank, and what does that actually mean? Or Jim, I should say.
So for season 2, it takes place in New Orleans, and it's and Jules is a large part of the show, but they did break up, and we respect that breakup at the end of season 1. And it's really about Jim and Charles' relationship and this codependent friend work relationship, roommate relationship that they've had, as sort of Charles comes into his own in a new place, in a new city where no one knows who he is, and they're making a lot of money. But at the same time, Charles is sort of bound to this drunken bag of bones that he has to keep upright. And so it's sort of an exploration of their friendship and Jim's, you know, trying to get back to the top of the mountain in the major leagues.
And what was your favorite part about working with Hank, Tyrell, and Amanda?
Just watching them work. You know, you do the scripts and you're comfortable and you feel they're good. And then you have a certain expectation in your mind of how the lines are going to sound and what they should be if they're delivered well. And all 3 of these actors, and that's why I'm so glad I get to, you know, go here today and talk about them and brag about them. All 3 of these actors, every line was better than the one I imagined in my head when they came out of their mouths. They're just, you know, 3. I mean, Amanda and Hank, everyone's aware. I think people are finding out about Tyrell and about, you know, his only thing before this was a Disney show, which I had not seen. And he's just a real talent. And, you know, they're easy to work with. They came to play. The hours were very intense. We shot 8 episodes in 22 days. And they had to be off book and they had to be prepared. And they were just fantastic.
Well, congratulations. We look forward to season 2 and seeing more work from you.